And I hold the cards. Okay, my dear Geminis, my twins of the stars, Castor and Pollux. Hi, hello. Alright, so this is a general read for you for this week. If it resonates, please hit that little like button, and also, if you don't mind, the little subscribe button, and if you hit the bell, you will be the first to know when the magic cardboard yells at me and I translate it for you. You can also leave a comment, you can say hi, hello, you can tell me a bad joke, you can tell me your favorite snack, you can tell me where you're from. I am from Rhode Island in the US, and it's always fun to hear where everybody else is. Okay. Anything you need to know about me, or booking a personal reading, which I do strongly recommend, will be down in the description box. And if this doesn't resonate, you can still do all those things. I mean, no one's gonna stop you from hitting the like button, am I right? I'm right. Okay. So, I like to start with the Lenormand, so I have some context on what we're dealing with over here. And we're starting with Anchor. So, you want some stability in life. You really do. You want some form of stability somewhere. You want to see the sun. You want to see the bright side. You want to have this happy, stable something. And with fish, you want this abundance to go along with it. Now, abundance can be financial, or it can be emotional, it can be material. I mean, it's up to you. Apply this to your own unique situation. But with dog, we want loyalty, or you want loyalty, I should say. And that, paired with this, makes me think this is more of a relationship kind of thing that you want stability in. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be romantic. It can be familial, it can be with coworkers, it can be with your boss, it can be, in general, a job, it can be with your friends, etc. Maybe you want a stable friend group you can rely on. Or maybe you just really want a stable relationship. Apply this to your own unique situation. Like I said, take what makes sense and leave the rest. Now, your last modifier is one of my all-time favorite cards in this deck, if not my favorite. It is Astral. It is meant to be. It is designed by the universe. It is beautiful. Chef's kiss. But it seems like we're not starting the week out too great. With the Five of Cups in reverse, you are sick of focusing on what was, what isn't, what fell apart. You're done crying over spilled wine. You don't want to do that anymore. You want to be able to focus on these two cups. You want to be able to focus on something happy, okay? Because you're in this Nine of Swords energy. And trust me, I know the Nine of Swords intimately, okay? The Nine of Swords it's pain, it's mental anguish, it's depression, it's anxiety, it's fear, it's paralyzing. I know this because I got this card in every single reading both I did and anyone else did for me for 6 straight years. So clearly, those were the best 6 years of my life. Am I right? It was not. But it didn't last forever, and it will not last forever for you, and I certainly hope it won't last 6 years. It's very unlikely. It is highly unlikely. This is just for this week. Okay, so with Strength in reverse next, and especially next to the Nine of Swords, that makes a lot of sense. You're exhausted by this situation happening here. You're tired of it. You can't. You cannot. You're exhausted. It's an exhausting situation. But then we have the Page of Swords, and pages bring messages. They're clearly not trained enough to be a knight, and they're definitely not, up in the ranks enough to be a king. They don't usually know what they're doing, let's be realistic. But swords are facts. Swords are straight up knowledge. This isn't ideas, thoughts, inspiration. That's wands, okay? This is a fact. This is something you are bringing in or someone else is bringing in, and you're not kidding. They're not kidding. Whatever this is a serious conversation. And then, oh boy, we have the Wheel of Fortune sideways. So, it could be very good, it could be very bad. It's all in how the situation is handled, and it's all up to you. It's all up to you and whomever you're dealing with. It could go either way. Now, I did want to clarify that to get some idea of what it be the fucking. And it starts with the Seven of Cups. So there are a lot of ways you can approach this situation. There are a lot of ways another person can approach this situation. Now, roles can be reversed. Keep that in mind. Especially you, cross-watcher, trying to see how Gemini is doing. You could have many options for a partner, maybe. Or you could just not know how to approach the situation, what to say, how to say it. There are so many ways to go about it, and it's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Now, normally the Three of Pentacles is a celebration of physicality, whether that be finance, just material in general, your resources, whether that be financial, just in general material like belongings. Even I would consider emotions a resource. Now, most people would say, oh no, only cups are emotions, but no, that is a resource. You can give, you can receive, you can take, you can have, okay? It is still within the physical realm because it is part of you. So, right now you feel like you shouldn't be celebrating because you're in this Nine of Swords energy, because you're so overwhelmed by your choices you don't know what to do, okay? Okay. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Now, you want to offer this, or someone else wants to offer this, or this is just in general saying that all of this is caused by emotional strife. However, it is upright, it's not reversed, so that is a good sign. A very good sign, okay? This is an offering now. It depends on how the offering is taken. You can take it well, you can take it poorly, they could take it well, they could take it poorly. We'll find out as we go along. Oops. Okay. And we have the Fool in reverse. So either someone's not taking the jump here, or yeah, no, someone's just not taking the jump here. There's a journey to be had, but one of you doesn't know how to go about it, it seems like. And that's especially highlighted by the Ace of Swords in reverse. Someone doesn't know whether they should take the jump, someone doesn't know how to approach the situation, someone doesn't know what to say, and that doesn't mean they don't have a good thing to say, they just don't know how to say it. Communication is a strange and difficult thing to navigate, but that's what we're working with to figure out how you're going to handle your fortune here. And then we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Now, ordinarily when it is upright, it is people leaving themselves out in the cold, like quite literally. That's snow there, my friend. They have all of these resources, but they refuse to look up and see them. So in the reverse, I feel like this is a holding back of these resources from someone. And it seems to me, within all of this, it's sort of emotional, it may be sexual, I don't know your life, okay? Apply this to your own unique situation. But from what I'm gathering so far, looking this over, it seems to be emotional. And it seems as if you're holding back, or they're holding back, because they don't know how to say what they want to say, and they're afraid to take that jump. Because, you know, it can go well, or it can go poorly, and someone is afraid of which way it will go, and someone is afraid of finding out which way it will go. So, because they want that stability, they don't want to find out they can't have it. They want that loyalty, they don't want to find out that they can't have it. I don't know what just happened with my words there. I've been doing this since 8 p.m. It's 2:45. Please bear with me, I'm doing my best. Thank you. Even though this is destined, you know, there's still this fear, and, you know, that's very valid. But then we have the Three of Swords sideways. What's good? You guys are, I love you to death, but you are a mess right now, okay? I love you, but you guys, you and whomever you're dealing with are just a mess, okay? This can go terribly, or it can go wonderfully and be healing. So, just like the Wheel of Fortune, It's very up in the air, and it depends on what you guys do with it. And I clarified this as well, because when I get sideways cards, I always clarify them, because what the fuck. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Someone is afraid to offer their cup. They're unsure of their cups, they're unsure of their kingdom of emotions, really. And not necessarily unsure as in they don't know if they want to do this or not, but it may be that they don't know if they can, they don't know how to approach this, they whatever is going on, they don't know, and they want to. Okay? Then we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Now, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. I think this is simply because you and whomever have not come together when you clearly want to, but it just hasn't happened yet. You can easily, clink your glasses together and cheer, but you're both afraid of this. I think you're both afraid of this. I think you're both afraid of this. And that's why it's all sideways. Because we have the Knight of Pentacles. These resources can come straight in. Whenever one of you makes a decision, whomever needs to make the decision, or whenever both of you make the decision, because you gotta start somewhere, you can really... It's going to be something wonderful where you share resources, where you bring forth this resource to someone, or they bring it to you. Now, when is that going to happen? Temperance, someone might be taking their sweet ass time, okay? But Temperance is also healing from a long period of illness, or in this situation I would say heartbreak. So the thing is, this person most likely wants to come forward and offer that cup and share that with you, and, come in with these words, but this is why they're afraid, okay? They've been hurt, or you've been hurt. To whichever it is, apply to your own unique situation. You know your life far better than I do. Someone has been deeply wounded before, and they're afraid it's going to happen again. And they don't know whether this is going to go well or terribly, and they're really afraid to find out, as much as they want it to go well. And this is very much strengthened, I think, by the moon, this interpretation, because that's illusions, that's clouded judgment, and I think this is clouded because of this fear, this anxiety, this past hurt, okay? I think that's really clouding one's ability to make a decision, whomever it is that needs to make this decision, whether it be one, the other, or both. Alrighty. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that somebody does not want to offer their cup. It could mean that someone is offering their cup and hoping the other person puts their cup too, or it could be that someone is tired of offering their cup and not finding out if the other person is willing to receive it. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and your cup may be starting to empty. And that's why you need this stability. You need to know that someone is going to reciprocate with their cup and their emotions. And that person is clearly too afraid. So maybe it is the other person trying to offer their cup, perhaps, I don't know. We're coming in with the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who knows what they want, to clarify. So, whomever it is, they know what they want. They really know what the answer is. They're afraid. Because this is a new beginning, and they don't want it to be like the last beginning they had. They don't want it to begin like the last thing ended. They're afraid of history repeating itself. That's it. That's it. That's what it is. That's how it be, my dear. That's how it be. So. Then we have the Ten of Swords, but it's reversed, which is fantastic because it means all of these swords are falling out of you. And quite frankly, when you get the Ten of Swords, it can't get worse now, can it? All of those swords in your back, there's no more room for backstabbing. So whoever was hurt the most, whomever that was, they are beginning to heal. And swords are pretty quick, timeline-wise, as far as the elemental properties of cards go. If you're curious, wands are the fastest. A lot of people consider wands to represent days. I feel like that's a little too specific. Because they're fire. Now, swords are air, so that's usually like weeks. Hopefully a week. Hopefully I'll have an answer by the end of the week. But, you know, I don't like to give any very, very specifics because I don't know your life, and I don't want to say yes, by the end of the week you'll have your answer if by the end of the week you don't have your answer, you know what I mean? Then cups comes in, and that's water, so that's often considered months. And then pentacles is the slowest moving, as it's associated with earth and as an earth sign. I get it. And it's usually considered years, but that's not always the case. That's just a little fun fact for you. Anyway, someone is healing, and I think they're starting to heal a lot faster than before. I think they're getting to the tail end of their healing, especially since we had Temperance over here. I put it over there upside down. I don't know why. But, oh my god. So, we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. That means someone knows what they want to say, but they're kind of in denial of it, or they're just, let me just reiterate, they're afraid of saying it. They're terrified of saying it, because they're afraid of history repeating itself. And this is clarified by the Nine of Wands, and that's especially what makes me think that they want to say it, because they're picking up this wand. This is the good wand. They're leaving behind the what if I'm not good enough, what if this doesn't work out, what if I'm making the wrong choice, what if I'm not good enough, what if it doesn't work, blah blah blah. And then this is, what if this could be great? What if this is what I want? So, while they are still kind of trapped in the what ifs, they're clearly healing. And they do have an idea of what they want. They're just too afraid to say it. So, good news. And then we have the Magician. The Magician is transformation. The Magician is you have all the resources. You have everything you need right there. Now, I don't think someone in this situation realizes that, or they wouldn't be so terrified. Because I think, together, you have everything you guys need to make this work. I think this can be very successful. I really do. I think this could be a wish fulfillment for both of you. I think your ships would both be coming in if one of you was willing to acknowledge your decision, or both of you were willing to acknowledge your ultimate decision here, because it's very clear that this is here, and that you guys want this, and you guys want this, but someone's got to figure it out. Someone's got to figure it out, okay? You've got everything. This could be very transformative. This could be, I mean, it's the Magician. It could be magical. I mean, you know, it's in the name. And he's all-knowing, okay? He has the secrets of the universe. He knows exactly what he wants. So that's what we're waiting for, is someone to realize that they know what they want, and they just need to say it. I don't know if you're noticing a pattern, but I am. Okay, so now we have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Now, I really wanted to know what was up with that, although I do think it's someone fearing that they'll lose everything by making the wrong decision, or they'll repeat the past, and then they'll have nothing again, and they'll be alone again. But let's check our clarifiers anyway. So, we've got the Ace of Wands in reverse. They have an idea this could go wrong, and they're clinging to that idea even though they shouldn't, most likely, but it's very hard for them to let go of this. It's very hard for them to let go of this. They've been through a lot. Whoever this is, they've been through a lot. We have the Sun in reverse. Someone just has not seen the light. They are too focused on the moon, these illusions, these self-defeating thoughts. They're letting the past cloud their mind. That does not mean they will forever. It just means at this exact moment, probably when you're watching this, they are. And we have Judgment. They know that they've made poor judgment calls in the past, and perhaps it's simply because someone is afraid to make a judgment. When they know the judgment that they want to make, they just are too scared to do it. Understandably so, if we look at the past for everyone in this situation. But here we have the Hierophant in reverse. Now, you know, the Hierophant can be the marriage card, but I don't always see it as such, and quite frankly, I don't often see it as such. I tend to see it as a card of tradition, or knowledge, or speaking, because he happens to have these two people who are listening and hanging on to his every word. So, if someone is not speaking, okay, and this may be very unorthodox for that person, just this whole situation. It's something they didn't expect and something they're not used to, whether it's not being used to somebody who wants something stable, who is bringing forth the sun, this happiness, who is bringing forth this stability, who is loyal, and they're not used to something so cosmically aligned. They're not used to having the magician in their life. They're used to having everything but the magician. They're used to the Wheel of Fortune being upside down. They're used to the Three of Swords being right side up, okay? They are not used to what's happening right now. And that's one of the things that scares them, because if it's going so well, that means if it does start going bad, it's going to feel even worse, and they're going to feel worse than this, and they're not going to be in the reverse Ten of Swords anymore. They're going to just be in the Ten of Swords, like so. But that doesn't mean it's the case, and quite frankly, I don't think it is the case. I think they're just scared to speak. Got a lot of fear in here, but justice is right there. So, I think someone is finally going to speak and make that decision and be honest, and you guys are going to get what you want. I think that is going to happen. Someone's just taking their sweet ass time. So hope is not lost. It's just going to take a minute, but justice will be served in a good way. Now, okay, so now that we've gotten through the usual spread, we're gonna go through. You guys get a lot of fucking cards from the bottom of the deck, I'm gonna say it right now. I see the bottom of the deck as an epilogue to this story, okay? And also potentially an advice spread. A lot of people will do a separate spread after this for advice. Now, I like to see it as one or the other. We kind of find out as we go along. I pull until they don't make any sense, until my deck is just like, okay, we're done here. Here's a bunch of cards that don't make any sense and don't fit in with any of this contextually. Have fun. So, indecision. Okay? A desire to no longer be alone. While it is still a fear of opening up, as the Hermit card is very solitary, very analytic, very pragmatic. I would know I'm a Virgo, and this is the Major Arcana card representing Virgo. Hi, hello, I'm right here. They are finally starting to let go of that. They're starting to or they're no longer doing their overanalysis. They're reaching a point where they're realizing that that's not going to help them in the matters of the heart. They're getting over it, and they're ready to open up, essentially. With the Queen of Wands. So, starting to get a mastery of their thoughts, starting to find this energy of, okay, I have this in my head, it can be very good, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then the fear sets in again with the Three of Cups in reverse. This is usually a celebration of positive emotions, of joy, of merriment, where everyone is clinking their glasses and drinking their wine, all happy, happy. Now, they're still afraid of this. They are still afraid of this. This could also be like a third-party situation where someone else is involved, because there are three people and you cannot see the face of one. Now, I'm just going to focus on they're afraid. And maybe that third person is the person who hurt them, and they can't stop thinking about that because they don't want you to be that person. They really, really don't. Or you don't want them to be that person. Could go either way. Applied to your own unique situation, my love. Okay, moving on. We have, oh look, the Chariot's in reverse. Go figure. Oh, who is afraid to move forward? Which one of you is it? Is it both of you? Which one of you? Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should consider that. I'm just saying. Seems like you should consider that, because looks like you guys have some real wish fulfillment coming in with that Justice card there, but and I'm just the messenger. I can't tell you what to do. But we have the Tower. So oh, the Tower is a fun card. The Tower is what does not serve us falling apart. Usually while we're in it, it can be catastrophic to some of us because it's unexpected, because it is the universe forcing something to happen. Now, this honestly could be the forcing of what hurt this person so much, whichever person it was, to bring them somewhere to somebody who is loyal, something that is destined, something that will not hurt them. This stability. And they may not realize that. Or it could be that you both need to have a Tower moment together to figure out that you should come together and you can build a better, more stable foundation. So this could be something that's already happened, where it's just been this back and forth, on and off, who knows. Apply it to your own unique situation. It could mean many things, or, you know, maybe you live in a castle and someone's going to set a fire and it's going to be terrible. I highly doubt it's that last one, but I don't know. Maybe you do live in a castle, and if so, make sure you have a fire extinguisher on you. Okay. And, the Two of Pentacles. Someone is focusing on the negative, someone is focusing on the past. You see, this is juggling. This is kind of making a choice. This is what you're focusing on and what you should be focusing on, to me. And it looks like they're just focusing on the past, what happened and what has hurt them, and not this beautiful pentacle right here that is waiting to bring joy to this person and their silly hat. So cute. I love that hat. So they're in this period of reflection, they're in this period of rest, because they've needed it after what they've been through. But the thing is, the Four of Swords, 3 of these swords are hung up, yes, but the 4th sword is right here. So this person, once they're finished, you know, healing or thinking or meditating on this subject, you know, whichever it is, they can just grab that sword and go and bring that knowledge, bring that factual information, bring their decision straight to the other person. Or both of you need to do that, who knows. Now, Temperance is our next card. This can either be something that takes a while, or one of the lovely things that I adore about Temperance is that it's healing from a long-term period of illness or pain, including heartache. So this person is healing, finally. Especially with the 10 of Swords in reverse, they are most certainly healing, and hopefully this means they are healing faster than you think. And they're close to the end. You just have to be patient, or they just have to be patient, or both of you have to be patient. Maybe this has happened to both of you. Maybe you both just had some terrible relationships in the past, and now you're able to find stability and loyalty and this beautiful destined wish fulfillment, but you're both too afraid to actually go for it. So I recommend you both go for it. Although I can't exactly tell the other person that, but if you're cross-watching to see how Gemini is doing, maybe make a decision, please. Please. Because I don't want to see this spread again. I want to see some happiness going on with y'all. I want to see you guys coming together, I really do. Because you guys deserve it, especially with that Justice card. It's so... Oh, look, which one of you has themselves bound up by this paralyzing past that you can just get out of. Literally the legs aren't even bound. You can just walk. There is a clear path right there. These swords are stuck in the ground. They cannot hurt you, my friend. They cannot. Whichever one of you, or both of you. Like, look at this. Look at this. Do you think that can hurt you? You really do? You think that blindfold? You just shake your head. Shake your head and it's off. Just push your arms out. Like, literally, you can just put your elbows out and that will fall to the ground and you can just move away. This is a self-imposed imprisonment, okay? This is someone letting the past take control over them when they have full autonomy and they can just go on. Maybe do that. But, hoo boy, Eight of Swords in reverse. This is overthinking, overanalyzing, and executive dysfunction all rolled up in one. This is all what ifs and not the good ones. What if I'm not good enough? What if this is a mistake? What if they really don't care about me? What if this ends the way the last time did? What if I'm setting myself up for hurt? What if I don't deserve this? What if I'm not supposed to be happy? What if I hurt them? Anxiety. Paralyzing. Past pain. You see where I'm going? This is where all of that self-imposed bondage is coming from, my dear. And I don't like to see it. The Page of Pentacles, someone is afraid to bring forth their pentacle. They know they should bring it forth, but oh, they're just so afraid. And honestly, I mean, that's this entire spread. That's just this entire spread. Come on. And then we have someone keeping those resources, keeping all of those pentacles to themselves because they're afraid of it. That's usually what this would mean. However, I think they're starting to let it go and they're starting to realize that they can offer this because generally this is kind of like being a little stingy, keeping everything close to your chest. And now it's kind of like they're letting it fall away, almost as if they're also letting their pain fall away to realize that, you know, they can offer this. And you know why I say that? Oof, look at that. That's beautiful. Pair that with that Justice card we just saw. Oof. Someone's finally ready. Someone is finally ready. Whoever has not been ready is ready. They are going to come in with this good news. They are going to offer their pentacle, and you guys are going to have your wish fulfillment now. I cannot promise it will be this week, but this is the message that I have for you for this beautiful Monday. As long as I figure out how to edit this in time. Wish me luck. Okay. This has gone on quite a while, Gemini. I have a lot of readings. I have a lot of weekly readings that were like half of this amount of time. But, you know, just an extra special I love you today, I guess. You have a lot going on. You had a lot going on, and a lot of it was honestly the same thing over and over again. But hopefully I got it through your skull, and hopefully you can send this to your partner or someone is cross-watching and it gets through their beautifully thick skull and you guys make a decision here. And you guys can finally get your real wish fulfillment and be happy together because it's waiting for you. Loyalty. Abundance. Sunshine. Stability. It's all waiting for you. So, that is what I have for you today for the start of your week. If this resonated, please give it a like, drop a comment, you know, tell me your favorite snack, tell me how you're doing today if you so desire. Tell me, you know, just say hi, hello, tell me where you're from. I'm from, you know, Rhode Island in the U.S., as I said before. It is a very small state, but it is in fact a state, and we're very obnoxious. It's fantastic. And please, 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 I would appreciate it if you hit the little subscribe button. It's in this general direction, I believe. And there's a little bell underneath it. You can hit that bell and be the first to know when the magic cardboard yells at me and I tell you what it's yelling. And hopefully I don't have to yell it at you like I had to today. Because y'all gotta figure out whatever's going on here. Because, I mean, this is written in the stars. You just gotta. Guys, come on. Come on, I believe in you. So, also, if you check the little description box... Oh, wait, first, if it didn't resonate, you can still do all of those things. I'm just saying, no one's gonna stop you. Like, I'm not making you do anything, but I am letting you know that that is possible. Also, if you check the description box, you can see how to get a personal reading with me if you would like, and I suggest it. It's very fun. You don't have to, but you know, it's a good time. It's a good time. We can hang out some more. Regardless, I do hope to see you again. I had a wonderful time talking to you, and I love you very much. So, bye!